Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of the day it is. My name is Joe and I'm joined today with two guests for this first ever episode of Story Time. So my two guests are Moazzan and Krishan. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? We'll start off with you, Moazzan.
Hi, my name is Moazzan. I make beats. I'm 17 years old, and yeah, music production is my stuff.
How about you, Krish?
I'm Krishan, I'm 18. I do what's there, fam. You know what I'm saying? I do what's there, you know what I mean? I like to do music and I'm a different type of guy, you know what I mean? I like to do different type of things.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones.
Alright, so guys, we're going to start off with like a bit of icebreakers. So obviously you've told me what you guys do. That was going to be my next question up. But we'll skip to the icebreakers. You guys were ahead of time. But first one is, tell us something interesting about yourself most people don't know.
Interesting about me?
Yeah.
If I'm being real, I'm gonna keep it a secret. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, it doesn't have to be anything deep, just like something that people might not might not know.
Deep, no matter what. I'm joking. But something interesting about me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can tell already, I stay calm as hell, you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I'm allowed to swear.
Yeah, carry on. That's right. Just
yeah. Yeah, like, I stay calm as hell, like what matter the situation. My house, my mum will be yelling or some shit, you know what I mean? And stressing and shit, I don't do that. See me right now, that's me basically most of the time. So like, yeah, whatever pressure you put me in and stuff, calm and composure 24/7. I stay like this, I walk like this, I eat like this, everything. So, yeah, that's
I even take a shit like this.
I was gonna say that. But yeah.
But what about you? What's something interesting that most people don't know about you?
I don't know. I think it's me generally, the fact that people underestimate your mindset and they judge you on the fact of the way you speak, the way you walk, talk, rather than what they actually listen to you. You know what I mean? Once they listen to you, they'll understand and they'll recognize the difference between the way your appearance is and the way you speak.
Yeah.
That's pretty
cool. So I'm just gonna move on from that. Obviously, with recent times, COVID being a big thing that's made us like halt our education and kind of like work from home and everything like that. My question is, what is the weirdest place you've worked from home in? Like, this could be online lessons or this could be even like making beats. Like, what's the weirdest place you've done your work at home?
In my home?
Yeah, in your home. The weirdest place.
What is the weirdest place at your home they can find, bro?
Bro, I'm not even going to lie to you. I answered one of my lessons, right? This is exposing me. Yeah. But my phone was like in my bedroom. I was listening to my teacher, but I was taking a shit at the same time. Like, I had to.
The weirdest place, the toilet. See, you know what? Yeah. So imagine taking a shit. I'm just clutched there, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's it. I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really listen. You know the only time I listen is when I go into fucking college, and then that's when I do my, you know, what I have to do.
Yeah.
If you leave me by myself at my house, yeah, I ain't doing nothing like that. You know what I mean?
And how are you guys feeling like when you had to do work from home? Like, you're saying you didn't listen.
Too much noise, everything. It just wasn't like, it wasn't the same as learning generally. You can't learn from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I think a big thing, my mom was against it. She's like, all of this learning from home, you're not actually doing anything. And that's so true, because like teachers just say, oh, you gotta do this. Like, for example, my teachers were like, oh, today's lesson is you gotta do this, write something on your website, do that. Okay, go and do that now. And I can't blame the teachers, but they didn't even like check up on.
Exactly, and
yeah.
If like, you know, because of the circumstances, they should definitely do that. Like, not even for people our age, but for people that's younger generally, because this is their first time going through shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, obviously, it's their first time. No one else has ever experienced it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it could affect them way more than it affects us. You know what I mean? Generally. Yeah, pretty much.
It's a tricky situation, though. Honest. The next question is, what is your favorite family tradition? You were smiling at this one immediately.
Huh?
You were smiling at this one immediately.
Just as a concept today, I'm thinking about it. Do we even have a tradition? You?
What do you mean by tradition?
Just like something that your family does.
Always do that.
Yeah.
Like, you never. You know what? Like birthdays, yeah. All the time. Everyone has to be there. Like you know, everyone has to be there.
That's
like,
a big event.
Your whole family. Everyone has to be there at least one night. And everyone else can do what you're doing. Like if it's my birthday, I'll do what I'm doing after. You know what I'm saying? But on my actual birthday, majority of the time, we're all there just celebrating cutting cake.
That's a great tradition. I wouldn't mind that, like having everyone come down, kind of like a must kind of thing.
Like you're almost saying it. I think because obviously I know you, innit? It's like it's almost like forcibly, but of course it's a good thing.
It's a good thing because like you know how I seen on Instagram about how Michael Jackson in an interview he was like social media, how it kind of ruined like younger people and stuff like that. Like generally because like people don't sit, you know, when it's dinner time, people don't sit down, they don't sit with their family and eat, whatever. You know, most of the time people that are stuck to like their phones and stuff or just like isolated away from their family, do you know what I mean? And that ruins the bond. He was saying that ruins the bond of like being around your family. You know what I mean? And that kind of like, even though it's like once a year, like, you know, it shows that there's still the bond there. Do you know what I mean? The bond's still there and it still carries on throughout the year anyways. I
can't lie. That's actually so true. Like with social media, it's affected me a lot. Like nowadays, I won't even like go down and spend time with my family unless if I'm feeling like doing that. More time, it's not even like I'm attached to my phone. It's more of like I just don't want to spend time with anyone. Yeah,
exactly. You don't know.
You want your time to yourself, innit?
You just want to chill.
That's why time's important, though. You need to prioritize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need time for your family. You need time for yourself. You need time for your friends. Any of that type of stuff, really. But it's always good to obviously think about it in yourself, like by yourself, to be like. It's always good to push yourself too, because if you don't push yourself, nothing's changing. Yeah. It's just gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
The next question though is what is a skill, if you were able to learn any skill right now, what skill would you pick? Like any skill.
Anything having to do with real estate.
With roller skating? You say?
Real estate.
Oh, real estate. I thought you said roller skating. That sounds like what?
Anything and everything, as much as I could, to be honest.
Why is that?
Because of course when I developed like a passion for music and stuff, right? Of course over the years I was like, no stories, like I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 when I first like, I was like even introduced to the concept of like making beats. I was like, you do some normal stuff like this, just tap in, beatboxing, that's a beat. But yeah, for the first time when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know, 13 or something like that, yeah. Since then, I just fell in love with it. And of course, over the time, I got a bit professional and everything. Now we're in the studio, right? Yeah. It's like, and yeah, all the time, obviously, I was working on that. At the same time, I'm like, there's always a need for like another plan. You know what I mean? Of course, I love my music stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm hella passionate. That's the only thing I'm passionate about. But I also need something alongside with it, because this is not gonna get me everything I want in life. I'm passionate for music, but I'm also passionate for my dream lifestyle, dream cars, dream garages, houses across the countries and everything. You know what I mean? All of that. Because producing is not gonna pay for all of that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Producing is gonna get me my name that I want, the name I want to leave in the music industry. Because I'm about leaving a legacy behind. I'm not in this making beats, sell beats now, bro. If you know Metro Boomin, you know big producers. What other big producers are there? Like, I mean, my inspiration has always been Metro Boomin, right? Most of the time when he makes a song with someone, his name is always like in the eyes, what do you call it? The flipping title or some stuff, right?
Yeah, like a tagline.
Not even the tagline, like the title of the song. His name is always going to be there as an artist, not a producer. So he's his own artist. He does the same thing I do, make beats.
Okay,
right?
That's kind of like Fumes, the engineer with like audio engineering.
He does quite a bit, don't get me wrong. Yeah. He does quite a bit with the beats and stuff, everything. He makes beats, engineer, obviously, that's his name and everything. But what I'm on about is that Metro Boomin is, he's going to leave a legacy behind. Some people say he's the new Dr. Dre. And of course, like if you're like an OG or something, you listen to OG stuff, Eazy-E, fucking Ice Cube, who else? Dr. Dre, of course, like they would not be anything without Dr. Dre today. I'm gonna just say that. There will be something, but not everything. All of these guys came together. You know what I mean? All of these guys came together and bro, they made history. They left a legacy. What I'm trying to say, Metro Boomin has the potential to be our Dr. Dre. I wanna be successor, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the music game for a name to leave something behind for people to listen to and just remember my name, you know what I mean? Because I'm not about I was born, I lived my life, had my fun, made flipping money, that what I'm trying to say with real estate, whatever. And after my death, what Billion was gonna recognize me, my name's gonna slowly die out. I don't want that. I want my name to still be there for the stuff I do while I'm here.
Kind of like leave that behind with music.
And it all starts with music,
But touching into that, because you started explaining how you kind of got into music. How about you, Krishan? How did you get into music? What was kind of like the pathway into it for you?
To be honest, like most of I'm Indian, you know what I mean? My culture is like, it's different. You get me? Like, so it's like, I grew up around like music, like different types of music, you know what I mean? Like my cousin, my older cousin, like he used to sing, he was good at singing, and I kind of like valued that, you know what I mean? I'm not really, like, I did used to like, when I was younger, I used to like listen to music, like, you know, here and there. I would like, it was a big part, like it was a part of me, do you know what I mean? Because vibes and energy is really important to me. It's something that I value a lot, you know. And back then, I never had how much like knowledge or energy as much as I had back then. But I know for a fact that I liked what I liked, you know what I mean. And that energy was like kind of like a source of happiness in a sense. That's what made me happy at the time, and I just thought to myself, I need to I felt like as a person I need to adapt in a sense of like the way I think I'm too one way. I feel like back then I was one way, like, you know, I was too like strict with the path that I was going on, and I thought I need to like make a difference out of it, you know what I mean? So I tried to keep my head clear and like open-minded as much as possible. Not just generally, like not with music, but generally with everything. And music, it kind of opened up a lot of things to me. I can listen to anything, but it's all dependent on the vibe and how I feel about it. Because I base music off my emotions too, in that sense. Majority of people do. So that's what kind of like urged me into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't really know how I got into it. It's more of like, you know, Suleiman Shuma, he's one of our friends.
He's like a brother. Like,
he's like one of our brothers, yeah. Like, he's one of our brothers, and one day he just said to me, one day we should try it, you know what I mean? Obviously me, when I was younger, I was very shy, you know what I mean? Like, I was nervous, I was too insecure about my voice, this and that. And obviously back then I thought, but you know, we'll try it. I kind of tried it. And then this guy came out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, the idea was there back then, but it never really elevated until I met him. It never elevated that much until I met him.
So how did you guys meet, by the way? Because obviously you guys go to the same college. I'm not going to expose the college, you know.
Oh, do you remember?
But I remember him.
How did you guys meet?
What shall I say?
If you want, bro.
Okay, secondary, finished it, right? GCSEs, don't ask me about that shit, but
yeah, see.
But yeah, I remember, okay, this is gonna give you away. I was in a maths class, recently, of course, I was in a maths class, college, first day, I swear, first lesson, everything, so it was always like new for me, and this is college, sixth form, whatever. I'm in my class. Was it like late summertime? Yeah. Right, so like obviously it's kind of hot and stuff. I'm just there, of course, I'm in a lesson, I'm doing my stuff, and late in the class comes this guy, skinny as hell, like, what can I say, bro? He just looked like someone I would never see, something like that. Yeah, like he didn't look like anyone that I would be friends with for some reason, yeah. So he just walked in the class and he had a flipping Capri Sun in his mouth, yeah, just sucking every bit out of it. Yeah. I remember that. Exactly. This guy just walking in like a lost, yeah. You alright, miss? Yeah, he just comes in, he just looks at me, I look at him, and there's a split second, that's it. You go sit in a corner or something.
I was sitting in the corner.
I don't know where I was sitting, but that was the first like time we saw each other, isn't it?
That's the first time we've like, yeah.
What was the first interaction?
Yeah.
First, why have you
I saw it was me.
That's good, carry on.
Yeah, I swear I made the first interaction, I think. I don't know what it was about.
It was, yeah. Go ahead.
What did I say? I said something like, oh, you like someone's friend or something. I said something like that, yeah. Bear in mind, at the time I didn't even know that guy. I didn't know Suleiman personally. I never seen him in person. I just knew him through like other people,
connection,
friends of friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just seen him on his snap or something. That might be the most. And I'm like, okay, I swear I've seen this guy or something. Back then I was like, hella, what do you call it? Talkative. I will make conversations. I will be the first one to make conversations. I'm not anymore. But, you know what I mean?
Just had to clear it up for the camera. I'm not anymore.
Not anymore, fam.
Bro, just look at me, bro.
No, he's chill 24/7. He said it himself, he's calm.
Yeah, exactly.
24/7.
So, obviously, back then I was a loud motherfucker. Like, no, I was
very
loud.
Very loud. Very fucking
I had
loud.
energy 24/7. And, had energy all the time. And yeah, I would just convey it to my friends and like transfer it to him as well. Okay, what was the flipping topic about? My first interaction.
Yeah, your first interaction.
I said some stuff like, "Oh, I saw you're someone's friend." He's like, yeah, and to be honest, I don't remember the second thing we said. That's the first thing.
I don't remember the second thing. All I remember, this guy, he was too nice.
He was too nice.
He was too nice.
How do you mean?
Too fresh.
He was a bit fresh, but like, because at that time, at that phase, you know when like, obviously school's done and that, you try and like, kind of like think, fuck, I need a pattern now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is a big thing, I need to pattern, you know what I mean? In my mindset, yeah.
In my headset.
In my mindset, I'm thinking, bruv, I'm gonna come into fucking college. I'm not gonna chat to anyone. I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna fucking cut.
Yeah.
And I fucking end up like fucking speaking to this guy. And then, cause back then I was different. I was a different person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was a very angry person, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, it's mad. It was unexpected. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, so pretty much I did met him and it doesn't.
Nah.
Yeah, I think after that we just like gradually, to be honest, we started vibing with each other. Oh, I remember.
Oh.
Shut up. One of the first times that I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna be friends with this guy was obviously no surprise was music, and any friends I had at that time didn't had like even similar tastes of music as me. I listened to a lot of things, by the way. And I think it was just the fact that this guy appreciate music, and I could see it because of the stuff he was listening to when the music was a topic and the stuff he would talk about, right? Yeah, just the way he was speaking, like, yo, that's sick. I'll play him something, yeah, that's sick. He'll play me something, and you know, with like music and stuff, sharing music, to be honest, sharing our interests. Yeah, I think that was the first time I was like, boy, I think I'm gonna be friends with this guy, like proper. After that, it was just
music's powerful. Music,
exactly.
like people don't understand how the art side of music and the way that it forms into to socializing and general things like that. It like, you think it's just music with a beat and the, you know, the sound, the rhythm, this and that. It's more than that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy.
Even then as well, like, it's powerful in terms of the emotions that it can make you feel as well. I remember I was going through something, and I was on house party with you two, yeah, and you were like just crack
at one point it was just us two, innit?
Yeah. I told you everything. You were like, yeah, bro, I'm telling you, slap on the weekend. You gave me the song. What was it? Acquainted, and call out my name as well. Literally that night. Oh, it was one of the deepest nights, man. I'm telling you, just had that song playing on repeat.
Because it just happened to be, yeah, because what you were going through, I don't think I should mention it, but it was...
you don't need to know. You don't need to know.
Exactly. But let's just say, I went through something almost the same, to be honest, very, like, months earlier. So, I was able to help you with that because I freshly going in the Weeknd's music as well, and it was just the fact that when I was going through it, what I was going through, and I just happened to like obviously like just stumble on his music.
Yeah.
I just started listening to that shit. I'm there like, hold the phone, like this guy is talking about stuff here that I already been through, and I can understand most of the words he's saying. I can comprehend that shit for once. Because in my past, like I said, I was like hella loud and everything. I had energy. This one time I didn't, of course, because it changed. Bro,
yeah, change your perspective.
Exactly, I am what I am now because of that moment that I was going through. But yeah, I was able to comprehend it like I've never had before. The Weeknd, I used to listen to him before anyway, but yeah, I just never got his music like that. You know what I mean? I never felt it, and then obviously I was going through it. Stumbled across his music and shit, whatever. Started feeling I'm there like, hold on, let me listen to more. The next thing I know, I hold his whole catalogue. I know his whole catalogue of music on Spotify and everything. So, and yeah, months after that, I'm still in the healing process, whatever. Yeah. Then obviously you share your stuff with me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Try this because I've tried it and it has helped me quite a bit. So since XO.
I think literally after that you said that, right? I spent about like a whole month literally just playing those two songs on repeat.
I gave you two.
Yeah, it was actually, it might have been, you gave me Call Out My Name.
That was pretty basic though.
Yeah. But then I started listening to Acquainted. I don't know if you gave me Acquainted as well.
I gave you Acquainted. I didn't give you Call Out My Name.
Was it not? Okay.
You liked it yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
okay, I must have mixed it. But yeah, Call Out My Name, Acquainted. Acquainted was powerful as well, by the way. Like, I used to just remember everything that was said there. I'm trying to remember a lyric that I took away from it, but I haven't heard the song in a while now.
I mean, my favorite lyric was, you know what? Let's see if I can get off the dome, bro. To say that love is dangerous, but go, I'm so glad we're acquainted. Oh, yeah, this guy.
Right, he's bucking it. He's bucking it.
This guy mocks my love, innit? For the Weeknd.
Nah, but what other artists do you guys like?
You mean like favorite or like?
Yeah, like favorite. So obviously you mentioned Metro Boomin, who's like
as a producer.
Yeah, as a producer.
Side of him, he's at the top for me. When it comes to
artists, yeah.
I would just give you my top 5, right?
Yeah.
The Weeknd at the top, of course. Then it's gonna be. I mean, I listen to a lot of Drake, old school, new school, in between everything. So yeah, The Weeknd, Drake, Future as like a proper rapper. I mean, trap style, everything. Future is my third. Not surprisingly, Nav, my fourth.
How have you got this like lined up from that?
Yeah, because I think about it, bro. I keep my.
It's in the back of his head.
Exactly, because I've thought about it quite a bit. Like, who do I like that much? You know what I mean? Yeah, Nav. Fourth. I listen to a lot of it. I don't listen to just myself and shit. I know half of his songs, of course, because he's with XO as well. So I was like, The Weeknd, XO. Oh shit, Nav's in XO as well. I'm gonna listen to a little bit. Holy shit, I like his shit. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, Nav, and then Metro. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have some time to think of yours after the statement that you said. Don't worry. You already know? Before I go on, you can go on.
I just don't put it in like numbers and like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not a pussy. I'm joking. My favorite artist is X. It's always been X. You know what I mean? It's just the fact of how he said something about The Weeknd and feeling in that moment and the more of relating to it. That's how I kind of felt throughout my time of like listening to X generally. And not just X, like, you know, his best friend Ski Mask, like all these SoundCloud rappers I used to quite listen to a lot. And but that was before, obviously, when my mind wasn't so open about music generally.
Yeah.
Which I still value X and Ski Mask and all of their music and stuff, but obviously my different types of music has like widened, you know, my varieties have widened. So, you know, I like different type of stuff. I like, same with them, you know, like I can obviously relate with The Weeknd, Nav, you know, all XO people, most XO people, fucking Uzi, all of them, do you know what I mean? Like, we listen to a lot of American artists, you know, music generally. And I do listen to UK, of course, but I think it was like at the time too, when I was in secondary school, I think it was me and this other guy called James, one of my
I was gonna touch on that.
James.
I was gonna touch on, like, I used to get music from you two. You guys were the two people I'll go to. I think I found out I never knew who J.O.T.A was before this.
Bro.
And honest, like, I didn't even like know music like that. Like, I just like vibe to certain things.
A lot of people out here don't know J.O.T.A and Kendrick and that.
Yeah, no,
That's what
how do we not know, man?
sometimes, isn't it?
Like, open your mind, bro. Like, there's other things out there. Yeah. So, like, you know, support your music that's there. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, you like it. But like, there's a whole side of the world, bro. There's different places around the world, fam. It's not just where you at. You know what I mean? That's not the only place you can receive good energy and good knowledge. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not for that's for music, but generally, do you know what I mean? The whole world is like, it's
a big place.
It's a big place, and
so many things to discover.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, pretty, like, I don't know. It's like I said, it's more the fact of the energy and the, you know, the relation towards music. I don't really think about who is my favorite, who's this and who's that. Do you know what I'm saying? Although actually, my favorite artist is X. My favorite rapper is Eminem. I've always liked Eminem.
What? Because flow,
lyrically, like, yeah, he was kind of weird back in the day, but you know, like, it was just the way, like, it wasn't just his music too, it's the person himself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just look, when it comes to music, you don't just look at the music itself. It's good, obviously, because that's like, you know how he said in his like, he wants a legacy where his name will be there forever because of his music. It's always like that, but it can also be the type of person you are.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
And that's with X too. You know what I mean? People know him for music.
People know him for him.
People know him for him because of the way he, you know, was kind of reckless back in the day, and then now, like, you know, not now, but like before, you know, he passed.
When everything kind of changed. And he came out with that album. I don't know the name of the album,
Question mark.
Yeah.
And there was I'm really bad at thinking of stuff from the Dome, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, like, it's like, you know, he was starting to change, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people recognized it because, and you know, yes, he had like bad mistakes in the past, but that's what people are gonna recognize at the end of the day. But that's ignorant people, do you know what I mean? Rather than them actually knowing the full story and the type of person they are. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
I feel like we kind of, well, I don't say we as in we, but like kind of judged him too early just because of how his music was before. Like, even now, I'd see like old people react and things like that, right? They're reacting to only the bad side that he had. Like, obviously, I can't remember the name of the song. Like, his most famous song. Like, this song used to bad at the time, huh?
No,
not sad, not
what?
like
like
before his old one, like the one that
my dick in my face.
Yeah, that one. Look at me, yeah. See, that's like one of the main songs, and then there's another song that like he went hella disrespectful on or something. Can't remember the name of that one either.
There's a lot. There's a lot he's done.
But they only look at that side. Like, they wouldn't look at the new songs that he had, like Changes and things like that. And I thought that's kind of unfair to him, because it's like. But I get it at the same time, because old people wouldn't really react the same way to his newer things.
Old people are just looking at the generation they're left behind.
Nah, but it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see their thoughts on our music, because they feel like our music nowadays is different. Like, my sisters, for example, I'm not trying to call you guys old if you're watching this, you know what I mean? I didn't mean it like that. But they think their generation that they came up with, they listen to the music that we have in our generation nowadays, and they're like, that's not really music. Like, what are they even saying? What are you even saying? But it's recording. I'm about to get this
just
one.
Just never post it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, this.
So sorry guys, the camera kind of went off there in the middle of us talking, but we're gonna carry on with what you were saying about the older generation not really.
Yeah, they're kind of like, they're more of, it's like when growing up, you know what I mean, you learn what you learn, and you know, that just obviously stays with you in a sense, and the way everything was around you at the time, it affects you generally. Like young or old, it will stay with you in a sense. You know what I mean? And I think with elderly people, they compare it, and I don't think most of them. I think most of them don't can't really adjust with it in a sense. You know what I mean? They'll think you know, they'll be like, what is this? This is stupid. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They just won't understand it, which is fair enough. You know what I mean? Like I said, they were brought up in a different era, this and that. You know what I mean? So, but some do, you know, adapt. But yeah, like I said, some elderly people, they just won't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But moving slightly from that, still on the music topic, but kind of branching out a bit. If you guys had the chance, because I know you make songs now, don't you?
Yeah, low key.
But
you know,
we haven't released anything.
Yeah. Obviously, sorry, my bad. He's on the verge of releasing, you know what I mean?
The verge.
So don't worry about it. Watch his thing soon come.
My thing too, lad.
No, I'm moving on to you too.
I'm the producer.
Obviously, we already know you've been releasing songs, as in like the songs that you've made, the beats, beats that you've made. Yeah. So if you guys had a chance to get a beat/song on a movie, like a soundtrack for a movie, let's say you had the chance to do that, what song or beat would you choose, and what movie would it be for?
That's a good question. That is a sick question, bro.
What do you?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it depends on the film.
What movie? So you talking about movies
you get to pick the movie. The
movies that have already made
that have already been made.
And let's say one of our songs was on that movie.
Yeah.
Bro,
like for example, with KSI being on Baywatch.
Yeah. I mean,
it was on Baywatch.
Yeah, that was hella funny for Logan, you know. KSI, it was basically like Logan applied. He did some scenes on Baywatch.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, I remember that when Baywatch came out. Yeah, that was so sick.
It's a violation.
I was like, done right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like, that's peak, bro.
Yeah. A violation. But
oh yeah, wait, what was the question? In the movie.
If you had the chance to get one of your beats/songs on a movie, and this is a movie that you get to pick as well, so what movie would it be, and what song would you pick?
The question is fucking good, bro. The answer,
good. No.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, but I don't think. Listen. I don't think I have a beat or like a song that even fits it. But if I could, Tron Legacy,
Tron Legacy.
I don't make beats anything similar to that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, because like digital what do you call it? What's even the genre? Electrical music, something like that.
Yes, I know.
So, but Tron Legacy, it's like Daft Punk. You know Daft Punk? Heard that name before? Yeah. It's like a group of two composers. So they basically make beats, right? They made a song. They made like 2 songs with the week.
They make like house party beats, don't they? Kind of.
They do quite a bit, but what obviously the side I like was from Tron Legacy. So like they made like a lot of soundtracks, yeah. What this guy?
No, I just did something. Stupid.
Alright, so what I was trying to say, like they basically made all the soundtracks for that movie. Movie in itself, people might not even like it, but I remember, I was still in Pakistan, and I remember I used to go to this pizza place with my family. Yeah, it was only like my brother and my mum and maybe some other relatives, but I remember. Right beside, listen. Right beside the place, there would be like what do you call it? You know them flipping movie stores in it. So you go inside, you just buy movies and stuff. I remember I was like little, bro. Before I even started making beats, far from making beats, I saw the cover for that movie, Tron Legacy, came out in 2010, innit? And I saw the cover for that movie, and I'm there like, whoa, that looks cool. Like digital world and everything.
This guy's just
I saw the movie and everything. I'm like, I want to buy this shit and everything. Got my mom to buy it for me. Ever since I've rinsed that movie, like watching it again and again on my shitty laptop and everything back then, of course. Then didn't watch it for a few years. Came here. I've been here for a few years, of course, but yeah, I watched it like fresh, like I don't know, weeks ago. Yeah.
So wait, what movie was that again? What movie? I don't know.
Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy. Okay.
Yes.
Can I just say, this guy here, yeah. When I first met him, yeah, I was so surprised the fact that he wasn't born here.
Bro,
I was so surprised, only because of the fact of the way you could tell you weren't really from here, but
My accent,
but bro, a little bit, and the way you kind of moved, like the way you did certain things, but it wasn't that deep. Yeah, the fact of like his English was good, and I never like really like, I never really like thought about it like that until we spoke about it,
and it turned out what was the year that like we got close enough or something?
Oh, man.
I was the first year of college in year 12, and I told this guy that I've been here since year 10. I came to UK in year 10. So yeah, halfway year 10 as well.
You taught yourself how to speak English as well.
I did it again, movies and shit. Back home, watch a lot of movies. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
that's actually such a big thing. Like I remember, I was doing like a French exam. I was practicing for French speaking. One thing that I got told, watch a lot of movies and like just put in the subtitles there. Yeah. I think even with anime now, I'm learning a bit of Japanese. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you all start with movies and YouTube, to be honest. Like watching videos on YouTube, watching KSI since I was there, bro.
Yeah, I got to touch. Come on, KSI. Come on. That's my guy. Come on.
Yeah, like watching that YouTubers and stuff in it since then. And for my English, that was it.
Just watching YouTube and
this guy.
What's he doing?
That's a light.
Just getting a little light skin pose.
I don't know what I'm doing, man. Carry on, man. My bad.
I mean, for my English movies. So, I was gonna slap this in as well, like, because since I was young, I watched a lot of English movies, of course. Barely anything from my own country. I just didn't like the production and shit, right? But because since I was younger, I always had this problem about fitting in. I didn't used to fit in back home. People used to be like, I used to listen to like always like English songs and shit. Yeah, bear in mind I'm still flipping. What do you call it? I'm like less than 12. Yeah, younger than that. And I'm listening to stuff no one around me would listen to. Yeah, me and my brother sometimes, but more time it was just me. I felt alone. Like my friends and shit barely had any interest like that. You know what I mean? I almost had to like keep the authentic me away from everyone else around me. Because when I did bring it out, they were like, what are you doing? And obviously I was young and shit. I didn't know shit about don't give a fuck what people say and stuff, right? I didn't know nothing about it. Like all of that. We call it like
so
knowledge,
it did affect you negatively because
almost it could have been more. It could have been way worse. But I felt like I was hella alone, and obviously and then I found out that I might be moving countries, right? I might be coming to UK. Still hella young, not even a teenager at this point. I'm there like, you know what? Inside I'm just there like, my life might be better over there. And of course, then years went by, and I was still in Pakistan, and I'm just there like, you know what? When I come here, it's gonna be way better for me because people more similar to me like just live here. You know what I mean? They're independent. They like stuff they surround themselves with. You know, as a country as a whole. I was like, obviously, I'm like one of the more creative people. I stick to the creative side. No offense to like anyone in Pakistan, but they don't appreciate that shit for nothing. They don't give a fuck about art, basically. And
would you say that it's in like the Pakistani side as a whole, or just like parents?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Typical.
Like I would say, like 98% of the flipping population over there, they don't appreciate art for shit and stuff. Yeah, that's just one of the things. I got a lot more that I'm just there like, yo, this place don't fit me. I'm born here, but it doesn't fit me. Obviously, then I came here, I got a bit comfortable. Like your stuff, like people around here actually like care sometimes for some stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. But then obviously I grew a bit more and they're like, you know what? I'm never gonna fit in, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fit in anyway. When I came in, I finally had thoughts about going to America. I'm like, you know what? It's not gonna work. It's me who I am. So I'm not gonna fit anyway. So I might as well just be me and care less about what anyone else has to say. Just be me, bro. So, yeah, that's that, to be honest.
Do you think it took like you actually coming to England for you to realise that, or was that just something?
I would say,
you were
I would definitely say
eventually
one thing.
going
Yeah, if I was still in Pakistan, I would not have had my like awakening. Do you know what that is? Like, I was like, I don't know, 16. Yeah, definitely. I'm 17 right now. 18 in 2 days.
But
yeah, I was like 16 or something. 16 to 17, between that, yeah. I had like my awakening, I guess you can call that. I finally start to realise what I'm doing, what I want to do in my life, the type of people I should hang around with, what's wrong, rights and wrongs. For the most part, that's what it is. You have your awakening, you're woke, you're looking shit around, you're looking at life, you're looking at people, you look at what you want to do. And yeah, I had that when I was like 16. It started at 16, lasted till obviously I'm 17 now. Mentally grew a lot. So yeah, our point was, if I was still in Pakistan, I doubt I would be like, you know, I would have that awakening. I would probably just end up following the stereotypical stuff and just let people judge me and just be sad about it, you know what I mean? Yeah, not anymore though. I owe my dad big time for that. Because no one in my family has done what he's done for me. Just own with my life.
It's a bit of a deep thing to come back from. It was one of those things you need to pause after it, because
it's got to let it soak in, let it sit, like, you know, understand. You got to understand.
But I think the next one, it was
understand.
You're big.
Obviously with the mindset that you have of like you, no matter where you go, you're not gonna kind of like fit in. You need to care less about what people think. I want to ask in terms of, do you think the company is important? Because if I understand, do you think company, like who you hang around with, is important and influences you?
It's everything. Trust me, it's everything. I've seen people you have as well, but I'm not going to obviously say any names. Let's just say, okay, this is one example here. Me and him and Solomon share a best friend. Yeah?
No. Next.
I will move on.
I mean, the point was, your company is everything, okay? Even with me and, before I became friends with obviously Krishan and Solomon, if you don't know already, it's like, he has a very like, what's the word? Entrepreneurial mind.
He's entrepreneur. Yeah. Unique. He's got
like a business side, money and everything. He's
business,
there with that.
Lavish.
Give a little
lavish clothing thing right here.
You can do it. You can do it on this camera too. You can do it. Come right there.
Yeah, right.
If you go down a bit, there you go.
Come on. Get at it. You know what I'm saying? It's the new drip.
Show them the glasses too. Don't forget the glasses.
Bro, I've already forgot. Wait, hold on, fam. Wait, yeah, right here, fam. If I can focus. I don't know if you can focus.
It's already focused on me, don't worry.
Okay, well, glasses right here. I don't know if you... you know what I'm saying? Lavish glasses. Check them out. lavishclothing.com. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Carrying on.
I hurt my knee. I was so tired of that.
Yeah, the company stuff, right? Yeah, before I became friends with Krishan and Solomon, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know exactly what I was going with music. I just knew I enjoyed making beats and stuff. It was obviously after I met these guys, we shared ambitions. Obviously, what concerned me was a music ambition, right? And yeah, like, I just felt like I found the people. Obviously, him. Oh yeah, do you remember? Before I had my actual tag, I had you make one.
I think I remember that.
Recorded it. I sent him the beat, yeah, because I had him make me a tag, and yeah, this guy screen recording. He's like, "Ma, I made it just because of the tag. Look where we are now, bro."
I was like, "Mama made it."
Yeah, this guy was gassed because I had him make me a tag. What was it?
Hey, yo, Million, fuck going on?
Yeah, I was still testing in it. I was still in like pretty early ages of music production. So I'm gonna go a tag now. I don't know if I'm gonna change it, but yeah.
How did you come about getting the tag? Because obviously you explained how. I remember. I was looking. I think this was a time when. Yeah. So remember that time when we were planning. Was it make a song in a day thing in the studio. Yeah. I was looking back at old beats, yeah. I remember hearing one of them, I think it was like either the second oldest, no, not the second oldest, it was like recent in the time, like a year ago. I just remember hearing, Million, what the fuck going on here?
That was
like, this sounds like Krishan, wait, hold on. But yeah, how do you like get your tag done? How did you get it?
I write ideas down on my notes or
yes.
something. At least that's what I did at that time. Took inspiration somewhere, something snappy, catchy that says my name, of course. Signature, right? It's my signature on my beats. Right now it's Million, I See You.
Yeah.
But I've tried a few things before. You know what? Don't bait me up. Hey!
Why is he silent like that?
Please.
I was still trying. Right? First year of making beats, second year of making beats. Then I became friends with this guy. This guy violated, bro.
Could I just say? Cool.
Okay, for the record, now my producer name, my artist name is Million or capitals. Before it used to be some shit like M9 the producer.
Okay.
M9 Million. M9 the producer. M9 the Million. I didn't even have a proper name. Now I do.
Bro.
Alright, tell him.
Why are you mocking it? No, why are you mocking it?
Fucking
Bro, just say
am I
it.
not reporting for duty? Bro, but you know what it is? It's not the fact of the name. It's just, I'm such a dickhead. But back then I was more of a dickhead. Like I was really rude. You know what I mean? And what did I say? I said it was because he was a bit you know new. You know what I'm saying, from here. You know here, yeah. I was kind of rude back then, so I would be like, "Am I not reporting for this?" So I don't know. I was really mean back then. My bad. I don't apologize. But let's carry on.
Nah, my next one though would be like, what is your thought on the media? Do you think the media try to twist up people's words too much to?
I only got one word: scam.
Scam.
Media's a scam.
Why is that?
Bro, media got more power than you think. Like any sort of media, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, at one point, music is a media too. And you know what? Let me just give you an example within the music industry. The power I mean is like, bro, at this point, you know what? It's some shit like Illuminati. You know what I mean? It goes to that extent as well. Illuminati, devil shit. I'm just saying, like, within the music industry is way more than just papers, studios, labels, money.
There's a lot of stuff
way more
behind
than
it.
that.
There's a lot of
They
stuff.
can be way more than that. I don't. God forbid, I would have to see what it is. I don't want it. It's scary, bro. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is like concept of selling your soul and shit.
Yeah.
Or, like,
I think I've
fame
seen
and
that with
shit,
like
everything.
the upside down crosses.
Yeah. Like shit like that. I mean, I still listen to the
all I can
people
do is just-
that say they have sold their souls. I still listen to them, but I'm not.
But
God
when-
forbid, you know what I mean?
He's not dumb to actually like look
Like,
into
let
that and be
them
like,
influence
wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I care about the art they make.
Yeah,
I don't care
yeah.
about what deal they pulled with the fucking devil. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
What
Stuff
they're
with
doing
that.
is
But-
they're-
Yeah,
they-
stuff.
I don't care what the deal they pull with the devil, bro. I just care about the art they make. So they can have the money wherever they want, bro.
And what about social media though?
What?
What about social media? It's like things like TikTok now. It's such a big platform that artists use to kind of like sell their songs. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm gonna be real. Like I'm gonna be honest. There's some songs that I've heard on TikTok blew up that I listen back to and I'm thinking, how? No. You know what? That song I don't actually mind that song, but there's some songs that are like so bad you actually wonder someone who's been trying to build their artistry, build their music up, and then release things. And it gets underappreciated because someone else has gone through a different route that's more popular.
That's gonna happen all the time.
That is gonna happen.
That's gonna happen all the time, and you can't control that. The only thing you can control is what you can control. What can you control? You can
Consistency.
There you go. Like production
The
wise.
exposure you have, production wise.
Yeah, production wise. This is stuff production wise. Other than production, you can be like what was it? Like you make stuff, right? You're gonna have to accept that not everyone's gonna accept it. It's your art. Art is like beauty is in the eye. My bad. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So not every time everyone's gonna see it. So
That's why
You're gonna have to live with that.
exactly. That's why with certain like artists here, they have their own fan base. I don't like calling that. Say if someone followed me for my music, I want to call them fans.
Yeah.
Other than them wastemans that just fucking that just like what you call it. You know that they like pre your story and shit, and then they chat shit. It's like you're a fan if you do that. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't people that actually mess with my music, like stuff like that's obviously. But if it drops and people do actually like it, I'm not gonna call them fans. I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that perception of, you know what I'm saying?
It's more like
they like my music, so I'm gonna call them fans. It's more of like, because at the end of the day, say we do, you know, when we do, you know what I'm saying, make it somewhere, yeah, I wouldn't want to still be like, appreciate my work, appreciate our work and stuff, but don't praise us like gods. We're not gods. We're the same person. We're the same people as you.
We're just in the game to leave something behind for you guys.
There you go.
We want to enjoy what we make while
we want to enjoy it
as well.
Making it. We want to enjoy it. We enjoy already making it. And of course, it will be good if you guys enjoy it too, just listening to it and appreciating it. You know what I mean? That's what we're in here for.
Do you think as well that you should be making music because I don't know how to explain it. So do you think like you should be making music for yourself or for your fans? Because I feel like there's a
because you can't make like it's like.
But then what if you release something that you like but your fans might not? Then
it is what it is. At the end of the day, like it's what I choose to put out and it's what I choose to make. If you like it, you like it. That's good. If you don't like it, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna say you're wrong or anything because that's your opinion. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinion at the end of the day, but the fact is, I value my opinion. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you gotta do what's best for you, what you value the most, rather than other people. Sometimes, at times, there are moments where you do have to look at other people's opinions and kind of base it off of what you're doing. But the main fact is, it's completely up to you. We're the artists. We're putting it out. Do you know what I mean? We're the ones doing this and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing that, you don't have that control. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're the only people, but the fact of you do it yourself, you know what I mean? You start doing it yourself. That's your choice too. That's what you should do. Do you know what I mean? The mentality. That's how it should be in a sense.
And then the last question for the topics is: do you think music is like an industry that's exclusive in a sense? Like once you've made it, it's kind of like you have the people that are on top, then you have kind of like the people that are trying to reach there.
So it's like levels.
And it's just kind of like exclusive. Do you think the music industry is an exclusive place?
No, I don't think so. Anyone can
anyone.
And the thing is, don't forget, you can drop like that.
Yeah.
You could be this week, you can release a banger, get like 50 mil. Next week, not even next week, that's too much. like a couple months later, but like 50 mil, like I'm saying, 50 mil.
No, but it happened to Dutch though, didn't it? Like, I checked his Instagram after.
I was gonna say that right now as well.
It fell.
Dutch.
Thing is, like, I'm not like at the end of the day, you gotta know the actual facts and this and that to actually speak on shit like that. Do you know what I mean? You can't just put your opinion out there without knowing both sides or whatever. You don't know them. You don't know Dutch. At the end of the day, even though if he did do what he did, it is wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's the fact of you don't know him. You know, you just listen to his music. You shouldn't be going for further extent to like. To know these things, you know what I'm saying? Just value the music. I understand, you know, people, like I said, music that they make, the people that they are, sometimes is separate, but it depends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if someone did really fucked up stuff, do you know what I mean? And make good music, it should keep separate. Do you know what I mean? Even if they do a good thing, you know what I'm saying? That's them as a person. That's not them with music.
guys so much for watching Storytime, the first episode of the podcast. Make sure you share the podcast out and share the podcast as well, you know what I mean? Share the love. But I'm sorry that the cameras died in between. There's not really much I could do about that because it was the end of our session anyway, so I needed to pack it up. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, or drop a follow, whichever it is, whatever platform you're listening to this on. It makes a big difference for me. But without further ado, it's been your boy J.O.T.A, and I'll see you later. I think that's good enough.